Thank you for watching this introduction to Microsoft Windows version 7. In this series of videos, we're going to take a look at some of the great new features that this version of Windows has to offer. And there have been a number of really useful additions and refinements as well. The first thing that Windows Vista users will probably notice is that Windows 7 looks almost exactly the same as Windows Vista. Windows XP users will probably notice that the green square start button has now been replaced by a round multicoloured start button, also sometimes referred to as the pearl or the orb. To the right, we have the taskbar. In earlier versions of Microsoft Windows, the icons on the left side of the taskbar used to sit in something called the Quick Launch Bar. In Windows 7, the Quick Launch Bar goes away, and all of this area now is just referred to as the taskbar. Over in the right-hand corner, we have the notification area, sometimes also referred to as the system tray. We'll come back and talk more about this part of the screen a little bit later on. If you would like to add a program to the taskbar, all you have to do is click on the Start button, right-click on the appropriate application or program, then select Pin to Taskbar. If you would like to remove an application from the taskbar, all you have to do is right-click on it, then select Unpin this program from taskbar. You can also click and drag icons around on the taskbar to change the order. If you would like to start a program running, all you have to do is click on the icon, and that program now starts up. If you click on the icon a second time, the application is then minimized. So if you would like to start a second instance or a second copy of the program running, you have to hold down the Shift key, then click on the icon. We can now see that a second instance or copy of Internet Explorer, in this case, has now started up. Now when I move the mouse pointer down over the Internet Explorer icon, we can see something called Aero Peak. As I move the mouse pointer over these small preview windows, we see the full-size preview in the background. If I come down and hold down the Shift key and click on this icon a couple of times, we can now see that we have more instances of Internet Explorer running, and I can close them down from here as well. If I click on one of these instances of Internet Explorer, I'm switched to that window. Another really nice thing about Aero Peak is that if I use Alt-Tab to switch between applications, Aero Peak still works. So as I switch between the different previews or thumbnails, we get the live preview in the background as well. Another nice feature of Windows 7 is that the desktop is now one of the options that I can choose. So if I take my finger off the Alt key now, we've essentially minimized all of the other applications. Flip 3D also works in the same way as it did in Windows Vista.